Oh, good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Merrimack High School. We're at the H. Dana Taylor Gymnasium, and we got some opening night girls basketball for you here on Merrimack TV as the Blackbirds of Keene High School are in here to take on the Merrimack Tomahawks. And my name is Brian Gagnon, and we're here for our third season of coverage here on Merrimack TV, and very, very excited to be back here again. And alongside me tonight are our cinematographer-in-chief, Mr. Justin Slez, the Assistant Media Services Coordinator for the town of Merrimack.
Thanks, Brian. Great to be here for another season. Looking forward to it. I got a feeling it's going to be a good one.
This should be a great game tonight. We're going to talk a lot about the new-look Merrimack Tomahawks tonight. Of course, Lexi Best and Maddie McCaffrey, a couple of returning players from last year's team, but definitely a new-look roster for the Tomahawks as Gianna Maglio tips it off for the Tomahawks, and it's one over to Best. Three-point try for Arnold, no good. Offensive rebound by Arnold. She kicks it back out to Alana Johnson. Johnson on the drive, and she's stopped by a trio of Keene defenders. Already a couple of new names that we've called out. That's Cadence Gilbert on the drive for Keene, and we got a quick foul on Merrimack. That is on Lexi Best. Lexi, one of the two returning starters from last year's team, and now a tip over to Alana Johnson. Alana, one of the three tri-captains. McCaffrey's going to put up a three, and it's good. Maddie McCaffrey picking right up where she left off.
It's like nothing but net from here, Brian.
That's about as good as you can get. And Keene gets it inside. Rebound is tied up between Arnold and number 10, Molly Chamberlain. It'll be Blackbirds' ball on the possession. Merrimack going to be looking a lot at Maddie McCaffrey this year for some scoring. She's only a sophomore, as we know. Excellent freshman campaign last year for Maddie. Arnold kicks it back to McCaffrey. She puts up another three, and she back rims that one. And once again, we will have a jump ball. That was Maglio and Schaefer of Keene on the tie-up, and it'll be Merrimack possession under their own basket. McCaffrey will inbound for the Tomahawks. Alana Johnson looking for the cutter, tipped away by Gilbert. And it will be Tomahawks' ball. Johnson looks to get it in. She does. McCaffrey guarded by Marin Schaefer. They go to Johnson at the high post. They swing it around now to Best. Best on the drive, kicks it back to Arnold for three. In and out, and the rebound to Gianna Maglio. Maglio baseline drive, blocked by Gilbert. And a travel. So first turnover of the game for Merrimack. Merrimack coming out in a man-to-man defense under Coach Brian Dugan, his third season for the Lady Tomahawks. That's Marin Schaefer with the ball. Over to Chamberlain. Chamberlain throws it away, and a Keene turnover. So matching turnovers 2 minutes into this one. Both teams trying to feel each other out here on this opening night, 2022-23. Arnold looks inside to get it to Johnson. Back to Arnold. And she rolls it in on a little give and go. Nice little set play there for the Tomahawks, and they get a quick 5-0 lead. Gilbert kicks it back to Chamberlain. That's Ashlyn Smith in the corner. Schaefer gets a screen from Chamberlain. And good switch there by the Tomahawks, forcing another turnover. This will be our first of 8 girls broadcasts this year. And we're going to Add 8 boys broadcasts to the mix, so 16 basketball games coming up for you this year on Merrimack TV. Hope you enjoy it. I know I will. Maglio in the corner, double teamed, and it's tipped out of bounds by Molly Chamberlain. Here's Arnold. Gets it to Johnson. McCaffrey puts up another one. Long distance, off the rim. And the rebound by Gilbert. Candace Gilbert, their leading scorer a year ago. Or Cadence Gilbert, I should say. Nice move by Gilbert. And she runs into the Tomahawks D. Big rebound by Gianna Maglio. McCaffrey to the dish. And no call. Probably a good call there. And McCaffrey instantly reaches on Cadence Gilbert. Second team foul for the Tomahawks. That's a tough foul there for McCaffrey in the backcourt. Probably a little frustration from not getting the call. And a steal for Alana Johnson. Third Keene turnover. And Merrimack turns it right back over to Keene. Into the game is Anastasia Dixon for Keene. She'll inbound. Gilbert guarded by Lexi Best. Probably one of the better defenders on this team. They get inside to Dixon. Fakes the pass. Goes up strong. And the rebound to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's trapped. You have to get her some help. And she dribbles through, kicks it out now to Johnson. Johnson drives in, scoops it up, and in. What a take by Alana Johnson. 7-0 Tomahawks midway through the first quarter. Nice ball movement by Keene. Dixon goes up strong, and McCaffrey, oh no, it's Arnold rather. Arnold's going to pick up the foul. And this will put Anastasia Dixon at the line for Keene. She'll shoot a pair. And nothing but nylon there. First points of the game for the Blackbirds. Gilbert back into the game along with Melanie Picard. Shot is short, and the rebound to Alana Johnson. Arnold flips it over to the corner. Best tries a three. Yes. Lexi Best gets on the board. 4 different scores for the Tomahawks. They lead by 9. Here's a three-point bid. No good. That was Picard on the try for Keene. And a nice lead pass by McCaffrey. Maglio lays it in. All 5 starters in the book for Merrimack. And a quick 12-1 lead for the Tomahawks. Stacy Masai wants to talk it over, the Keene head coach. And it'll be a 30-second timeout. So Merrimack coming in here, we talk about some of the new faces. You lost Emma Veluzzi, Shannon Sebwani, and Kaylee Bormuth off of last year's team. 3 captains, so a big leadership void. Obviously from a team that made the quarterfinals last year. So they're essentially kind of reloading here, rebuilding a little bit. And your 3 captains this year, Alana Johnson, Alexis Best, and Madison McCaffrey. Looking to take over that leadership mantle. So far, so good for the Tomahawks as they lead by 11. We're in the first quarter, opening night of the 22-23 season. Dixon, left hand, no good. Rebound McCaffrey, and Merrimack turns it over. 4 turnovers in this first quarter for Merrimack. Dixon guarded by Gianna Maglio. Maglio gets away with a reach there. And Dixon's got to put it up. No good. Nice rebound by Picard. And we get a foul on Arnold. That's going to be her second. And we're going to get a look at number 11, Kylie Flynn. Her first varsity action. Three-point try for Picard is way off the mark. Dixon gets it, keeps it from going out of bounds. That three is good. That's Marin Schaefer from downtown. Or they're going to give her 2 for that. 12-3. Alana goes up, blocked by Schaefer. And it will be Merrimack ball. Harper Zalaski into the game for Keene. And Merrimack now on the inbound. Johnson over to Best. Hits McCaffrey coming off the screen. Her three is no good. And the rebound by Dixon. Schaefer for 2. Yes! 4 points now for Marin Schaefer, and all of a sudden Keene back within 7. Best to the cutter, and she is fouled by Zalaski. Zalaski, a freshman for Keene. Getting her first action. Nice cut by Best, and she lays it up too hard. Rebound by Dixon. Big possessions here for Keene, trying to cut into this lead. Zalaski, nice strong move, couldn't finish. And now, 2-point try is no good. That was Schaefer. And I believe they're going to get Zalaski here. Yes. So Zalaski has picked up 2 fouls since coming into the game. Second team foul for Keene. She has both of them. 12-5 Tomahawks. Minute 27 to go in this first quarter. Best. Back out to McCaffrey. Looking for a screen from Johnson. She goes the other side, puts it up. No good. And the rebound by Zalaski. Gilbert looking to push it. Nice tip by Flynn. And the steal by McCaffrey. She goes behind the back. Crossover. Now back over to Maglio. Maglio thought about 3. She might have been fouled there. And Dixon able to tie it up for Keene. It's going to be Blackbird's ball. Oh, if Keene can cut into this lead a little bit more here before the end of the quarter, I think that's a little bit of a moral victory for them. Merrimack needs to stop here. Nice move. She puts it up, and it's no good. Rebound by Johnson. Tipped over to McCaffrey, and she'll start the offense for Merrimack. Maglio, wide open tray. No good. And the rebound by Picard. Schaefer for 3. No, and the rebound to Maglio with 17 seconds left. Dugan wants the last shot. McCaffrey puts it up. I don't know if she heard him. And G has it and gets it stripped away by Picard. Long 3. Great try by Melanie Picard. But a strong finish to that quarter for the Keene Blackbirds. And they cut into this lead. It's now 12-5.
Good start to the game, Brian.
Absolutely.
Say anyone at home, if you're enjoying the game, you can check out more MHS sports action from Merrimack TV on your Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV device. Download the Cablecast ScreenWeave app to watch the next game live or previously recorded games on demand. You may also discover over 100 programs from Merrimack TV, meeting coverage, local news, community shows, school events, and so much more. Download the Cablecast ScreenWeave app to your Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV device today. This is Merrimack TV, your community, your voice. And speaking of school events, I believe our media services coordinator, Nicholas LaValle, is actually over at the middle school tonight covering the winter concert over there. So people can keep an eye out for that a little later in the week.
Part of the many great features we have on Merrimack TV. So check us out. And as we said, we're going to be pretty busy this winter with some basketball coverage. If you like
of
basketball,
yep,
this is the place to be.
Absolutely, Brian.
And I hear we have some basketball fans in Merrimack. So
there's a few. I've heard there's a few. Couple here tonight by the looks of it.
Absolutely. You can also catch the games on our YouTube channel, usually the day after the game.
Yes. And keep an eye out for hockey and wrestling, of course. A couple of the other winter sports.
And Merrimack almost starts the second quarter with a turnover. So very slow finish to the first quarter for Merrimack.
Came out hot.
Came out really hot. And
just sort of stalled out a little bit, so.
Got a little sloppy. McCaffrey going to try a three. No good. And Johnson is tied up with Dixon. It'll be Keene ball. So one thing about this Merrimack team, they are not very deep. They only have 10 players on this roster. And, 9 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll make it 10. I can't count. But 10 players on this roster. Regardless, they have a short bench.
Okay.
And
probably makes it pretty easy to run out of gas towards the end of a game.
You got to get off the hot starts. And Gianna Maglio picks up her first foul. That'll be the team's fifth foul. Make it 6 now. And Maglio picks up another one. So she's got 2 now. And we're going to get our first look at Leah Monroe, who will be coming into the game. Dixon's first free throw is no good. And Leah, a freshman. She'll see her first varsity action right here. And the second shot by Dixon is good. She has 2 points. And Keene is now within 6. Inside, Alana Johnson. Nice strong take. And she gets the bucket. She has 4. Well, they are utilizing her at the high post. Getting a lot of success. 3-point try, no good. Rebound, McCaffrey. She looks to push it. She's got a potential mismatch there with Dixon, and she does cross her up. Again, Johnson from the high post. Drives, draws the foul. Nice take by Alana Johnson. And the foul will be on Anastasia Dixon. And at the line is Alana Johnson. Alana, one of the players that will certainly be called upon a much bigger role this year for Merrimack. If her captaincy is any indication of what they're expecting of her this year, it's quite a designation. She didn't play a ton of minutes last year, but she's currently leading the team with 6 points in a 16-6 Tomahawks lead. Best on the switch. They tried to get it inside. Blackbirds now get it into Dixon, guarded by Leah Monroe. Monroe tips it off of Dixon's foot and out of bounds. Keene turnover. McCaffrey over to Monroe. Monroe looks inside to Johnson. And she misses the lay-in. Well, that high post is wide open for Alana Johnson. And we're going to have a traveling violation on Grayson Smith of Keene. wonder if we'll find the adjustment here for Keene. Johnson's just having her way there on the high post. As she gives a ball screen, McCaffrey puts up a three, and it's good. 6 for Maddie McCaffrey, and Merrimack extends its lead now, 19-6. Little 7-0 run. Picard thought about 3, gets it into Dixon. Nice D by Monroe, but unfortunately tipped right into the hands of Molly Chamberlain for the 2, and it's 19-8. McCaffrey inside to Johnson. Lay-in is no good. She's missed a couple of those now. That was a little tougher. We'll start cashing in on those. Grayson Smith turns it over. McCaffrey pulls it back. She takes the mismatch, puts it up off glass and in. And McCaffrey now all of a sudden with 8 points, and it's 21-8. Inside tipped away by Monroe. Monroe's going to push it up the floor. She's got McCaffrey on the corner. McCaffrey, baseline drive, puts up the 2, no good. And it is tipped out of bounds by Flynn.
Now, Brian, you said Merrimack's got a short bench with 10 players. What would you say is like a typical bench, or what's Keene running with tonight?
Keene is running with looks like 14.
Oh, okay.
So it varies. I mean, it depends on your rotation players and BG came in here one year with 21 guys.
Oh, wow.
I swear to God, and they played all of them. I've never seen anything like it.
Must have had fresh feet all night.
To have that kind of depth is unheard of. But 10 is kind of short. Smith shot, no good. Rebound by Johnson. And what a job by Smith. She goes up and just misses the 2. And the rebound by Flynn. That's a play that will make any coach very, very happy on the Keene sideline. Johnson goes in, and she is fouled. We get the foul call here. It is on Grayson Smith. So what I mean by that, Smith missed the layup, came back and got the steal, and stayed with the play. They got another easy shot out of it.
Never want to give up on that ball.
I mean, that's a tremendous hustle play, and like I say, any coach would be thrilled with that. Johnson misses both free throws. Rebound by Flynn, and they'll start it back out. Best is going to try a 3, no good. Gets your own rebound. Now McCaffrey to Best. Monroe inside, puts it up and in. First basket of Leah Monroe's career. Brian Dugan been asking for a timeout, I think, for a minute and a half. And the shot goes in for Grace Ramsey. 23-10, our score. Flynn on the drive, gets a screen from Johnson. She rolls to the basket. Little scoop is no good. And she gets the pick on the other end. McCaffrey for 3. Dugan still wants his timeout. He can't get it.
Maybe he's going to try the pretty please.
Trying to get his team a blow here, I think. They're exhausted. Let's see if he gets his timeout now. Nope, Keene is he's not going to ask for one. Well, Keene's going to inbound underneath the basket here. One underneath, this is Grace Ramsey for 2. So Ramsey now with 4 points. Flynn puts it up, not close. That one way off the mark. And another turnover for Keene. That was stolen by Maddie McCaffrey. And Maddie turns it right back over and commits the foul. Second time that Maddie's committed a foul in the backcourt. And we're going to have a 1-and-1. Maglio will be returning to the game for Merrimack. And Flynn will be replaced here. This is Cadence Gilbert at the line. She'll shoot 1-and-1. Hits the front end. So McCaffrey, a couple of frustration fouls in the backcourt. You're going to have to clean those up for sure. Johnson throws it back into Monroe. Dugan still wants a timeout. Monroe traveled. She took one step too many.
We got to set up the Dugan cam next time just to keep an eye on these.
Finally,
these
he gets it
for the timeout.
So after about 2.5 minutes, Brian Dugan gets a 30-second timeout, and his team in the lead here, 23-13. So at halftime tonight, I think we'll try to take a look at the landscape of Division I a little bit, where the Tomahawks and Blackbirds kind of fit into things. Try to come up with some tiers, Justin.
Okay, yeah, I saw you doing a little prep work before the game here.
Came in hot tonight. We threw that together, pretty quickly. So we'll see how it goes. But
I know, Brian, you have other obligations outside of just Tomahawks basketball and volunteering here for Merrimack TV. So we definitely appreciate you being here, even if you feel like you're running a little late. I feel like you were just on time today for sure.
I appreciate it. And Coach Dugan came out with the 1-2-1-1 press on that last possession, trying to speed up the tempo of this game a little bit. But again, with the short bench, you don't have the option of pressing a lot unless you have really good athletes. And we're going to find out. Johnson to the basket for 2. 8 points for Alana Johnson, and Merrimack with a 12-point lead. Nice take going back the other end. Cadence Gilbert. She's got 3 for Keene and a 10-point Merrimack lead. Johnson's pass is tipped. She was looking for Monroe on the cut. Let's see what they have for a set play here. Keene face guarding them. Looking for all the cutters. McCaffrey, little hesitation. Her 2 is no good. Johnson gets the rebound. Back to Monroe. She might have been on the line there.
I think she was.
Shot no good. And Keene has the ball now. Chance to get this to single digits before halftime. Nice hustle by Maddie. Getting on the floor there. Long three-point try, no good. Rebound is good. That's McKenna Nelson for the Blackbirds. 8-point game with 8 seconds left in the half. Maglio with 3. Turns. Left hand, no good. And Keene is able to get this down to single digits. A 25-17 game at halftime. So you gotta think they're feeling pretty good right now.
I would say so.
Merrimack led by as many as 12, I believe, in that quarter. So nice job by Keene to sort of stem the tide there a little bit and hang in this game.
Yeah, they should feel pretty good coming out of the first half here into the second.
We thank you very much for joining us tonight on Merrimack TV. Once again, our third season of coverage, of basketball coverage, started during the very weird COVID year of 2021, and we're back here with you once again, and couldn't be happier.
Absolutely. It's always a great time. I had a great time doing volleyball earlier this year, Brian. I really appreciate you coming out and doing that for us. I know you always seem to have a blast, so we really appreciate that. Let's see. What do I got on my sheet here for you? And for all the fine folks at home just wondering, well, this might not be news to our super fans, our Merrimack TV super fans, but last year Merrimack TV won 2 awards from the Alliance for Community Media Northeast Region. Our staff and volunteers placed second in the sports coverage category and was awarded first place for community media promotional videos. The Northeast region includes all of New England plus New York State. Thank you for supporting Merrimack TV. And that is quite a wide region, so we feel pretty good about that. We're so thankful for all our volunteers make it possible, and of course all our viewers at home. We've got a lot of we do actually have a lot of Merrimack TV super fans out there, so we appreciate you watching. So,
well, this is as you know, this is opening night of the girls basketball season across the state in Division One, and kind of trying to gauge where these teams stand. There are 20 teams in Division One, so it's a massive division. There are a couple of teams you don't play every year, which is that's how big this division is. But did you know BG and Bedford have been in the championship game every single year since 2015?
You're kidding me.
Yep. So this is a division that's owned by BG and Bedford, and they will be at the top again this year. No question about it. They are the top tier 2 teams.
All right.
You've got to find a way to I don't know how you find a way to beat those teams. Merrimack almost beat Bedford last year. It was a very, very good game at Bedford. It lost it in the last minute.
Oof.
So, you have to try to get to that level if you're going to find any success in Division One. 2 teams that I think can beat BG and Portsmouth this year. BG and Bedford this year. Portsmouth is one of them.
Okay.
Pinkerton is the other.
All right.
Merrimack and Pinkerton played last year in the quarterfinals, and it was not close.
Oh, really?
Pinkerton is on another level. They reloaded again this year. Those 2 teams, I think, are potential championship sleepers.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for those teams. Then I think you got another tier of teams, which I call the tier of very good teams.
Okay.
That have no chance of winning a championship.
Oh, okay.
Really, really good teams, and we're going to see 2 of them here on Merrimack TV this year come into Merrimack. One of them is Manchester Memorial. They come in here next Thursday night. It's a game I've been looking forward to for a while now. They have not played in 3 years, and Manchester Memorial, coached by Greg Couturo, it's a great team. Matty Pepperomani, their point guard.
Getting me hyped up for it, Brian.
Really good team.
All right.
Again, I don't put them in the top class, but Memorial will be here on the 22nd. Another team that's coming here, I think in January, I'm going to say January 31st, is Londonderry. They're in kind of that next group of teams, the very good teams that have no chance of winning a championship.
Okay.
Londonderry, the last 2 times we played them, it's come down to the buzzer. They are always a tough opponent, very well coached. That's going to be a great game, so mark your calendars for that one as well.
Hopefully we'll give them a run for their money.
The other teams I would put in that, very good with no chance, Goffstown, certainly, and Alvern.
Okay.
Those 2 teams. We get to play on the road this year. Merrimack's road schedule, absolutely brutal. This girls' team has.
It's a good heads up, Brian. Thank you.
they have to go to BG, Bedford, Portsmouth, Pinkerton, Goffstown, and Malvern.
Okay.
This year, so the 6 best teams.
Well, with all the information you just dealt to me, that does sound. It doesn't sound like an easy play to take on there.
You don't want to play them anywhere, but playing them in their building is going to be, you have to play them somewhere, I guess, but playing them on the road is going to be a very big challenge,
yes.
I think, for the Tomahawks, and especially a young team like this. PG comes in with 2 6-footers. We saw him in volleyball. Brooke Muller and Megan Stack.
That's right.
So, BG won the championship last year without Megan Stack. Give you some indication of where that team is.
Okay.
They're adding a 6'3" center to their roster, which is it's absurd.
Brian, I thought we had something in our water here, but
yeah, not like that. So,
we have a different kind of water, I suppose.
So, BG the clear favorite. Merrimack I put now in that tier below the next. So
next set down.
Merrimack, Dover, Wyndham, Exeter, bunch of really good teams again that could. I think they all are going to make the playoffs, but they're not in that Goffstown, Goffstown, Londonderry kind of tier. Merrimack could surprise some people again. I think Maddie McCaffrey is just, you've seen tonight what she's capable of, and just a sophomore. So, I mean, lots of good stuff there.
Lots to build on.
Keene, I think, is very, very young and could potentially make the playoffs. 16 teams do make it. I think that playoffs are probably a reasonable goal for Keene. Merrimack, you're looking at hopefully a home playoff game that if things go right like it did last season. That's my Division I breakdown.
I love that.
So try to fill a little bit of time.
Good heads up, good preview for the year ahead here, or for the season ahead. It won't be a year. It's going to be what are we running here? About 10 weeks or so.
So that's the other big change this year is that the schedule is going to run about 12 weeks.
12 weeks
this year compared to last season.
Last season was super. I don't want to say squished together. That doesn't sound very professional, but you know what I mean.
Very compact.
Very
it was
truncated. Ooh, how's that for the word of the day calendar?
That's your SAT word of the day here on Merrimack TV. Last year's schedule, I think you heard from a lot of the coaches. Injuries were a huge problem last year. They were playing 3 games a week. There was no real flow to the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing on random nights. There was no practice time for the teams.
Yeah, because they always got games. Once they started, it was like go, go, go.
It was you played basically an 18-game schedule in 6 weeks, which is just crazy. We're going to be going until about the end of February this year.
Yep.
As opposed to last year, our playoff game was the first week of February last year.
Okay.
So you get an additional 4 weeks, and you play Tuesday and Friday night.
Yeah.
Massive difference compared to last season. You know when you're going to play. You know it's 2 games a week, and
you get a little more time for practice. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You get more practice time, more time to. An injury is not going to kill you in the middle of the season.
Right.
You get somebody with a pulled muscle. You miss 3 games.
Yeah.
You miss 6 games if you're out 2 weeks. It's a big difference. So I know in reading what some of the coaches have said, about the schedule last year, it was brutal, and thankfully the NHIAA made the change, kind of back to the Tuesday Friday.
Yep.
And they did take a week off the schedule as opposed to a month.
One of our Merrimack TV superfans, I think she's actually also a Tomahawk superfan, Maureen Mooney, actually was kind of letting me know about that truncated schedule and how it was kind of affecting things and made things a little wonky, which
it was
more
brutal.
or less as you've just described it. So she actually she came in and did a show called Maureen Mooney Presents. She had her nephew, David Roy, in as a guest. He is on the boys varsity team, the boys varsity basketball team. They did a whole, just about a half-hour show to kind of give a rundown of preview of the season and kind of how he got involved. And if anyone out there has a chance to check it out on the community channel, Maureen Mooney Presents Basketball with David Roy. That was an excellent premiere episode for Maureen. We look forward to more of those from her.
Yeah, and you can catch David Roy and the boys varsity team here on Friday night, as well as the boys home opener against the Winnicott Warriors out of Hampton.
Yep, looking forward to that one.
That should be a very good opening game. I think two evenly matched teams there, and I think they played a very good game last year, if I remember right, at Winnicott. I could be wrong, but they had a very, very good game against each other. It was either here or there. And we will get started now with the second half of the girls basketball opener here on Merrimack TV. It'll be Tomahawks' possession to start this second half, and they have a 25-17 lead. Your leading scorer for the Tomahawks, Maddie McCaffrey with 8 and Alana Johnson with 8. And for the Blackbirds, a couple with 4, Grace Ramsey and Marin Schaefer. And speaking of Alana Johnson, she misses the shot inside. Keene pushes up the floor and turns it over immediately to start the third quarter. McCaffrey guarded by Molly Chamberlain. Looks like this is a coaching adjustment. Chamberlain guarding her to start the second half. Little matchup zone, it looks like. Ball tipped away. And we have a jump ball. Great defense by the Blackbirds. And Molly Chamberlain ties it up with Best. A Keene ball. So big adjustment by Stacy Messiah and the Blackbirds. There's a tray for Keene off the back rim. That was Marin Schaefer. She gets her own rebound, puts it off glass and in. 25-19. Keene on a run here. McCaffrey turns it over. That was Gilbert on the steal. She leads it ahead for Chamberlain. Bounce pass tipped away by Arnold. And now Best pushes it ahead with a burst of speed to the basket for 2. Well, that's what Lexi can certainly bring to the table. She is probably the most athletic player on this team. There's a tray for Cadence Gilbert. First triple of the game for Keene. And we get a 5-point game, folks.
Must have been some pep talk at halftime, Brian.
I think so. And Best is fouled by Gilbert. That is Gilbert's first foul, first team foul for the Blackbirds. And Johnson couldn't get it in time. Dugan's got to use a full timeout. So I think it looks like they changed up their defense at halftime. They're in more of a zone look now. And every time McCaffrey has the ball, or McCaffrey or Best, they're bringing Chamberlain up to guard her man-on-man. So a little bit of a matchup zone look here, and Coach Dugan going to try to figure this out.
Thanks for watching today's game on Merrimack TV. If you're interested in learning more about Merrimack TV, you can email Nicholas or myself, Justin Slez, at merrimackTV@merrimacknh.gov. Want to find out more, you can come down to the studio. You can check it out. If you think you want to volunteer, you can always reach out. Merrimack TV at merrimacknh.gov.
I thought it was Slezhammer at
it is actually,
merrimackTV.gov.
We actually had to change it to a more official, more official name. During football season, I think we have it as Sleshammer.
Yes.
Courtesy of Dave Carter,
Thank you very much, Dave, for that.
Yes.
That was outstanding. Shot is no good, and the rebound to Keene, Grace Ramsey. That was an all-timer by Dave Carter.
Oh, absolutely. A little Peter Gabriel reference. Can't be mad at that.
Oh, he can't. And a carrying violation for Keene. So they've already got a couple of turnovers. 27-22, Merrimack. Early second half. Opening night. And that ball was kicked by Marin Schaefer. Obviously cannot advance it with a kick. So Merrimack to inbound. They're going to deny McCaffrey. McCaffrey, little flash cut. Stops and pops.
Oh.
No good. Rebound Johnson. And she missed another one. Foul is either going to be on Maglio or Johnson here. And they're going to get Maglio her third. But Johnson, I feel like could have 20 points right now. Those are going to start falling, I think. The more experience she gets.
Absolutely. It's early yet, Brian.
Keene with the ball. The inbounds tipped away by Best. Now, Keene, not necessarily a big team here either. You know, Merrimack, Gianna Maglio is their tallest player at about, I think, 5'10", 5'11". You start playing a BG or a Goffstown, and, you know, they're going to be at a disadvantage. Going to be a lot more outside play. You know, you're going up against the likes of Megan Stack or Lana McCarthy of Bedford, Ava Winterburn at Goffstown. I mean, it's going to be really interesting. I think I get Best for a push. So we now have 2 fouls on Lexi. And that's the second team foul for the Tomahawks. Big rebound by Maglio. Maglio kicks it over to Best. And that one is going to be out of bounds to Keene. Interesting no call there. Only a 5-point game right now. Keene hanging in there. Looking for the trap. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Keene. Merrimack ball. I don't think either coach very happy with the officiating right now.
Sure doesn't seem to be that way.
We are 3 minutes into the second half here in Merrimack. Johnson kicks it back to McCaffrey. And another jump ball here. Big white ball. You can see what the 2-3 zone is doing. It's taking away that high post from Johnson. That's a big adjustment by Coach Messiah.
Oh, yeah, you were talking all about that. It's the first half there, right?
Absolutely. It was way too easy for her just to get the ball in the first half. Now they're playing her a little more outside. McCaffrey. Shot is no good. Rebound by Maglio. She goes back up, right hand, no good. And a big rebound by Cadence Gilbert. Little fast break here for Keene. Oh, and that ball went off the hands of Zalaski.
A little too much mustard on that pass, I think.
McCaffrey shot way off. And we're going to have another jump ball. Best and Zalaski tied up, and it'll be Keene ball. Merrimack confounded by that zone. Gilbert back over to Schaefer, now in the corner. 3-point try, no good by Ashlyn Smith. Back to Schaefer, guarded by McCaffrey. Gilbert, back to Schaefer. 3-point try, in and out. Oh, that would have been a big shot for Keene. Gilbert, baseline drive, no good. And the rebound by Maglio. McCaffrey pushes it up to Best. Left hand layup is good. Lexi Best now is 7. And that's the Merrimack lead, 29-22. Zalaski. Basket and the foul for Keene. That is Harper's first basket.
Did you call that the and one? Is that
is the and one.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's see.
So, you're getting up on the basketball terminology.
I am. Did a little studying ahead of time.
Well, that is now another issue here with kind of the short bench. Now you have Maglio with 4 fouls. And now she's gonna have to sit. Probably, if you want her in crunch time, she's gonna sit the next probably 7 or 8 minutes.
How many fouls do they get a game, Brian?
They get 5.
5, okay.
So she's disqualified with the next foul.
Yikes. I didn't study that. I'm sorry.
So Johnson is bleeding, I believe, so they have to get a sub in. And it will be Leah Monroe. Zalaski will put one up here. Her free throw, no good. She gets her own rebound. No. McCaffrey's going to get the rebound on a loose ball. McCaffrey tried to get it inside the Flynn, and it's tipped away by Keene. Keene can get this to a 3-point game here. Zalaski off the back rim, no good. Molly Chamberlain with it now. Chamberlain, corner 3, in and out. And the rebound to Merrimack. No, they're going to get a foul on Arnold. So Arnold now has 3. Arnold 3, Maglio 4. McCaffrey's got a couple. And another loose ball. We're going to have a tie-up. It'll be Keene ball. No, Merrimack ball now. McCaffrey with the basketball. Now Flynn. Flynn takes it to the hoop. Couldn't get the roll, and the rebound's by Gilbert. Zalaski and Best both go down hard there. It is getting physical out there. .230 to go in this third quarter. And the foul is on Zalaski. That's going to be 3 on her. So now Zalaski will sit down. McKenna Nelson into the game for Keene. 29-24 Tomahawks. They are hanging on here by a thread. Arnold to Monroe, kicks it to Best, 3-pointer, no good. And the rebound to Keene. They start the break. It's gonna be out of bounds, off of Keene. And they are not pleased with the officials here. Starting to get some questionable calls out there on both sides, and it's getting physical. McCaffrey guarded by Chamberlain. Over to Monroe. Monroe inside the Best on the cut. Best left hand try, no good. Rebound by Gilbert. And a nice tip by McCaffrey. That was going to be a wide open 3 for Marion Schaefer. Or Marin Schaefer. Can't read my own handwriting.
Well done there, Brian.
Will come into the game. And she replaces Ashlyn Smith. Johnson back into the game for Merrimack. She's now wearing number 30. And a 3 for Cadence Gilbert. We got a ball game, 29-27. Oh, they are really focusing on that high post entry now. Out of bounds to Keene. Yeah, they can't even get it into Johnson right now. They're going to have to figure something out here. Excellent adjustment at halftime by the Blackbirds.
Absolutely.
And a steal by McCaffrey. McCaffrey keeps her dribble somehow. There were 3 Tomahawks standing kind of watching her. Gilbert, little spin move. And a foul coming up on Flynn. There's Kylie Flynn with the foul. Well, Keene can either tie it or take the lead right here. Flynn tips it away. Well, who saw this coming? 29-27 Merrimack. They had a pretty commanding lead in that second quarter. Looked like they were going to run away with this game, and all of a sudden, the Blackbirds are into it.
Yeah, that adjustment is really turned it around here.
We got a tie game. Marin Schaefer with the deuce. Best, no good. Rebound by Molly Chamberlain. Gilbert over to Keating for 3, no good. And the rebound to Flynn, who walked. Boy, all the energy, all the momentum in this building right now is over to our left on that Keene bench.
Sure is.
Seems like the Tomahawks are falling asleep here. Inside, basket and the foul to McKenna Nelson. What a quarter for the Keene Blackbirds. That foul is on. Did not see who that was on. That was on 22, Monroe, Leah Monroe. And she will try now to complete the three-point play. It's good. McKenna Nelson. Three-point play, that's the lead for Keene on the road on opening night. Johnson to Flynn. Flynn tries to tie it with a 3. No good. Rebound Monroe for 2. 4 points now for Leah. 32-31. Monroe, big rebound for Merrimack. Flynn guarded. Now Monroe over to McCaffrey. McCaffrey, little crossover, puts it up. No good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. A quarter that was absolutely owned by the Keene Blackbirds.
A quarter that will live in infamy.
Yes, indeed. They had 15 points in that third quarter to Merrimack's 6.
Wow.
So that was a huge momentum shift, and the Blackbirds now lead by a score of 32-31. Well, if you are a fan of the boys basketball team, we'll be back with you on Friday night here at the H. Dana Taylor Gymnasium as the boys take on Winnicott. And then next Tuesday night, they will take on Dover. And the girls will be back in action on the 22nd. That will be the last game before the Christmas holiday.
Okay.
And they take on Memorial.
That's the one you've marked your calendar for, right, Brian?
I'm
sure they're all marked.
For that one.
Yeah, they're all marked, but that one especially's got a star maybe on it.
That's a good one. I think it's gonna be a great game. What a performance by the Blackbirds tonight. They came out really slow in this one, but not the case in that third quarter.
Absolutely not. Brian, the town of Merrimack's media division is branded Merrimack TV. The division is funded by way of franchise fees from Comcast cable subscribers here in Merrimack. The town of Merrimack has a community TV facility located at 6 Babusick Lake Road. Come and visit us sometime. I'm not even gonna finish the spiel. We're right back into this heated game here. So,
well, that's the third foul on Lexi Best. We invite you to come see us at Merrimack TV.
We're at 6 Babusick Lake Road, Town Hall. If you ever want to come up and have a look-see, you can also find us at the sports games too. Give us a wave.
This is Dixon, stolen by McCaffrey. Merrimack got to find some sort of momentum here. What a job by Chamberlain. And she gets a jump ball. Merrimack ball now. But Molly Chamberlain has really changed this game for Keene. They got Merrimack on their heels. Ball is tipped by who else? Molly Chamberlain. We talk about unsung heroes. Inside to Dixon, now pops it back out. Shot by Gilbert, no good. Rebound McCaffrey. You know, you're going to look at the stat sheet and you see 2 points from Molly Chamberlain. You say, well, she wasn't too much of a factor. She's completely changed this game for Keene defensively. She face guards McCaffrey. They're trying to take her right out of the game. And again, a turnover by Merrimack. What that defense is doing is it's forcing Merrimack to just get out of their flow, get out of their offense, and just be more quick with the ball, and they're turning it over much more regularly. That ball goes inside for 2, McKenna Nelson. She's got 7. And she has scored. She scored the last 5 points for Keene. They almost got a 5-second call there. McCaffrey to Best. Best underneath to Maglio. Jump ball with a Keene ball. So Maglio back in the game now with those 4 fouls. I think Coach Dugan content now to go with one of his better players.
I think I heard him trying to call for another timeout.
Yeah, he did not get it.
It's not really happening down there for him. I don't know why.
They get him a megaphone.
That's not a bad idea.
Dixon on the drive, bounces it off her knee. And Merrimack ball down by 3. 6:26 to go in this one. Best is fouled by Keating. So that is only the 3rd team foul for Keene. Keene's already in the bonus. So the next Merrimack foul, they'll be shooting the rest of the way. Johnson tried to get it to Arnold. That's an ill-advised pass. Nice move by Nelson, rebound by McCaffrey. And Dixon bumps her out of bounds. That is a foul that Coach Stacy Messiah is not pleased with. Probably telling her, you are 100 feet from the basket. We did not need that one. 14 foul on Keene. Adriana Arnold, nice little spin move. Over to Best. And Best turns it over. Well, I think you can see here a little bit of lack of experience from the Tomahawks right here. And you're going to see that a lot this year, I think, with this team. I mentioned a lot of turnover. This group still has to gel. Nice move and a rebound by Dixon amongst 4 Tomahawks. 3-point bid is way off the mark. Rebound by Chamberlain for 2. 36-31 Keene. They have owned the second half. McCaffrey to Maglio. Her shot is no good, and somehow no call. Nelson is fouled by McCaffrey. Since about the 3 or 4 minute mark of the second quarter, it has been all Keene. And this is McKenna Nelson at the line, shooting a pair. Nelson's first one is no good. I believe Merrimack led at one point in this game 23-9. I think that was the high point. We'll have to double check that one, but they now trail 37-31. It has been all Blackbirds for about the last 20 minutes of basketball. McCaffrey blocked by Dixon, out of bounds. And that is Dixon's second. Team's fifth foul. Boy, can the Tomahawks use a basket here. Long inbounds pass to Best. She loses it again. Turnovers. Just killing the Tomahawks. And Maglio's out of the game. That's your fifth.
No.
So that will bring Flynn back into the game for Merrimack. And Gianna Maglio fouls out of this one, with the Tomahawks trailing 37-31 with 4:46 to go. And more importantly, Keene now shooting on every Tomahawks foul. Cadence Gilbert at the line. She's now in double digits for Keene, 38-31. And she hits them both. What a turnaround in this game. Best back to Johnson. 4:39 left for the Tomahawks. Try to do something. McCaffrey, her three, no good. And Keene now gets it back. McCaffrey's going to be smart. The ball's tipped out of bounds. The second half right now, Keene is winning by a score of 22-6.
Yowza, Brian, yowza.
So, like you said, I don't know what was said in that locker room, but it has fired up the Blackbirds.
Absolutely. I'd like to hear it, honestly. But they'll probably keep that close to the chest.
The Tomahawks going to find some energy here. Down 39-31 with 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Give me a 30-second timeout. Or actually, he's going a full timeout now. Biggest change in this game has been Keene going to the 2-3 zone. I mean, it's completely confounded the Tomahawks. I mean, there's no other way to put it. And right now they're going to try to figure something out here. We'll stay tuned after the game tonight. We'll have Coach Brian Dugan. We're going to talk about this one.
Find out. Find out all about it.
We're going to find out what has happened here, and hopefully they can pull off some sort of a comeback here. But 6 points in the whole second half so far. You find yourself down by 8. But they got to do something against this zone.
Just feels like Keene is just total control at this point. So hopefully he's got a little bit of a Keene pep talk going on over there.
He's got to find a rabbit's foot or something. Because right now, I mean, all the energy and the intensity has been on this. To your left, Justin. I mean, it's been all the excitement, all the energy on that side. It's been sleepwalking.
Oh yeah.
For the Tomahawks, unfortunately. Best three-point try. That was a big shot, and it couldn't fall. Good defense there by the Tomahawks. They get a turnover. Well, that was the shot they wanted from Best. Wide open three. Wouldn't go down for her. McCaffrey guarded by Chamberlain. That's the other big adjustment. Arnold underneath. She misses the shot. And somehow they get her for a foul there. So 4 now on Ariana Arnold. And that will put Maren Schaefer at the line for Keene. She's going to shoot 1 and 1. And her free throw no good. And a foul on Johnson. So Alana Johnson gets her first foul. It's now double bonus time for Keene, which means they will shoot 2 on every foul the rest of the way. Gilbert misses the first. Rebounding becoming very important here for the Tomahawks, as they trail 40-31. McCaffrey over to Arnold. Arnold, ball fake. Back over to Johnson. Now McCaffrey. McCaffrey tries 3. No good. And the rebound to Keene. Well, Keene is making them settle for those shots.
She was shooting from way downtown.
Yes, indeed. Dixon tipped away by Best. Now McCaffrey to the rack. Is blocked by Keene. Another jump ball. It'll be Keene ball. Merrimack ball. So I think it should be Keene ball. Oh, I guess not. Hey, 40-31 our score. 3 minutes to go. Merrimack in dire need of a basket. McCaffrey smothered by the Keene defense. Looking for something. No movement right now in the Merrimack offense. Arnold puts up a 2, no good. And the rebound to Keene. And a foul on Flynn. That'll put Keene at the line. So Flynn's got her second. Unbelievable turnaround in this game as Melanie Picard will go to the line for Keene. She's going to shoot 2. Merrimack just hasn't found any offense in this second half. Well, Picard airballs that one. Chance to get a double-digit lead for the Blackbirds. And that is a loose ball, jump ball to Keene. Inside. Shot is no good. Loose ball. And another jump ball. This one will go to the Tomahawks. Leah Monroe back into the game for Merrimack. And Ariana Arnold out of the game. Her first varsity action tonight. A couple of points for her. McCaffrey guarded by Molly Chamberlain. And another steal by Keene. Marin Schaefer, three-point bid, way off the mark. And they're going to get Monroe for a foul. My goodness. Second foul on Monroe. Look like two players going for the ball for me, but I don't know. Number 11, Melanie Picard, back at the line. She'll shoot a pair. It's good.
It's that double-digit lead you were talking about, Brian.
There it is. And Picard's second is no good. Oh, I'm not sure why Flynn grabbed that one in the corner. Could have just let that one go. All right, Best with the ball. Kicks it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey to the corner. Best for three. No good. Rebound by Johnson. Back to McCaffrey. Three-point try. No good. Somebody take the lid off. Best for two. No good. My goodness. And Keene with the basketball. Number 4 with it. This is Gilbert. McCaffrey, three-point try, no good. Rebound out of bounds off Monroe. Keene basketball. Best tips it out of bounds. So all Blackbirds here in the second half. They lead 41-31. If you would turn this game off in the second quarter, you're probably shocked by this one. 1:17 to go. Merrimack needs something. McCaffrey gets a screen from Flynn. Her three is no good, but she gets fouled on it. So a big chance here for the Tomahawks as Schaefer gets her first foul. 3 shots coming up for Maddie McCaffrey. And the first shot is good. So Merrimack on the board here in the fourth quarter. She now has 9 in the game. First bucket of the, or first points now of the second half from Madison McCaffrey. And Maddie hits all 3. That's a big 3 points there for the Tomahawks. It's now 41-34 with 1:10 to go. And like I said, we got to find a rabbit's foot somewhere in that huddle, but
got to be one around here somewhere, Brian.
I mean, they've gotten some good looks in this fourth quarter. They can't get anything to fall.
A couple of those extra threes that they've been really shooting off there would be the difference.
Yeah, one or two of those falls, and you're talking about
momentum
different
shift
score here.
Yep.
But unfortunately, the lid's kind of been on the hoop for the Tomahawks, and this is where again you have a sophomore and a junior as captains, and then you have a senior who didn't play a ton last year as a captain, and you're missing kind of that you had the 3 seniors last year leading that team, and you can see the inexperience a little bit on the court tonight. They're going to be a good team. There's no question. I mean, yep. I can see there's potential here, but that inexperience is definitely showing tonight. I think it's going to take a little while to kind of bridge that gap.
Absolutely. A little bit of work to do for sure.
(41-34) is our score. And we got foul. It'll be on Johnson. So really, really Merrimack's only chance here is going to be to put Keene on the line and hope they miss their free throws. But you got to rebound if you're Merrimack. They've given up some big offensive rebounds here in this second half. Well, at the line is number 3, McKenna Nelson. And her first shot, no good. No, again, you miss 1 out of 2, and you come down and get 2 on the other end. This could, I've seen this happen before. Nelson's second shot is no good, and the rebound by Flynn. So this is exactly what the Tomahawks need. Now they got to score. Long pass to McCaffrey. Very heads-up play by Maddie McCaffrey, knocking that ball out of bounds. You don't need a 3 here. Get 2. Got to get 2. You need a basket here if you're the Tomahawks. Johnson's got to get it in. She does. McCaffrey sets up for 3. No good. Johnson keeps it in. She drives baseline. Tries to kick it back out. And good defense by Keene. Once again. They almost turned it over there. 3-point bid for Keene. No good. Rebound by Merrimack. And Monroe got mugged. No call. And Schaefer gets touched, and she gets the call. Oh, my goodness. And Coach Brian Dugan not happy. And I don't blame him. So Schaefer now trying to complete a 3-point play. She does. Marin Schaefer with 11 for Keene, 44-34. Best 3-point try is good. So she hits her second 3 of the game and gets into double digits, 44-37. I think that's too little too late for Merrimack.
Could be. Could be.
Again, I mean, I've seen crazier things happen, but not in 22 seconds. That 3-point play was huge by Marin Schaefer. She is one of the leading scorers for Keene. She has 11. And it looks like Gilbert has 14. Oh, no, 12. Gilbert has 12. Nelson with 8 for Keene. Those are your leading scorers for the Blackbirds. McCaffrey with 11. And Best with 10 for the Tomahawks. And Alana Johnson with 8. All in the first half. Merrimack's got a foul here. And we've got a timeout by Keene before a 10-second call. So 14 and a half seconds left, and it looks like Merrimack's going to be on the losing end of this one. But you got to be really impressed with how Keene came out in this second half. I mean, you tip your cap.
I certainly am.
This is a team that not a lot of people are expecting to do much, this year, and They came out and showed they're a playoff team tonight. They look very good. And you point to the coaching adjustments made at halftime and even late in that second quarter. We talked about Keene getting a couple of big buckets at the end of the second quarter, making that an 8-point game at halftime, and how important that was for their momentum and their confidence going into the locker room. And clearly, that's what happened here tonight. Nice tip by Johnson. Over to Flynn for 2. No good. Big rebound by Keene. That is Gilbert. And they are going to come away with a massive opening night road victory here in Merrimack. All the credit in the world to the Blackbirds for the job they did here tonight. That foul was on Alana Johnson, her 4th. So Merrimack back to the drawing board. They go to Winnicott on Friday. couple of days to practice and try to work this one out. We're going to talk to Coach Dugan after the game.
Get a little insight.
Try to see what went wrong tonight in this second half. First half looked great. And Picard's second shot, no good. Back to Picard. She gets her own rebound, and Keene gets a massive road victory tonight over the Merrimack Tomahawks. A 45-37 victory. And just absolutely dominant in the second half. 17-32. They had 28 points in the second half to Merrimack's 12. 28-12 in the second half for Keene. That is the story of the game right
Absolutely.
there. And you can even go back. It was 25-13, I think it was. It was a 12-point game late in the second quarter. We'll talk to Coach Dugan about it. Late in the second quarter, 25-13, 12-point game. Keene gets the last two baskets of the half and seemingly cuts it down to single digits. As a coach, you're looking at that saying, okay, now it's no longer a double-digit deficit.
Yep.
We're in this game.
More manageable, yep.
And so from 25-13 to the final tonight, you had, what was that, 32-14
Wow.
was the Keene run to end the game. I mean, that phenomenal. I mean, you got to tip your cap.
Absolutely unreal.
So Merrimack will try to regroup Friday night. They travel to Winnicott, and we'll have the boys' game here for you at 7 o'clock, I believe, Friday. I'm going to double-check that.
I believe we did have one 7 o'clocker on our schedule.
Well, Justin,
if I could be so quick with my fingers here, I could check the phone.
Justin's going to attempt to confirm that one for us.
Oh, here it is. At 7 p.m. Boys basketball versus Winnicott.
So that's a 7 p.m. tip on Friday night. That is going to be a very good game. I'm excited to see, again, the post-Jack Tarleton boys. You'll kind of see what they look like. That should be a great game. I know they've kind of reloaded a little bit. Next two games will be boys games, Winnicott and Dover on Tuesday night. So the teams from the Seacoast coming our way. Girls going to have their hands full on Tuesday night at Dover. That's going to be a tough one.
Yep.
On the road. We saw that playoff game here last year. Just a phenomenal game between those two teams. And we'll be waiting here for Coach Dugan. Once again, we'll kind of recap tonight's game. Great start for Merrimack, and just a onslaught by Keene in the second half. And the Blackbirds come away with a 45-37 win right here from the H. Dana Taylor Gymnasium.
Absolutely, Brian. Anyone out there still waiting for the interview here? I'm just gonna do a little fill-in here. I got a little cut off by the fourth quarter action. Started a little late. Just want to say the town of Merrimack's media division is branded Merrimack TV. The division is funded by way of franchise fees from Comcast cable subscribers right here in Merrimack. The town of Merrimack has a community TV facility located at 6 Babusick Lake Road. That's Town Hall. Our now 4 cable channels reach over 8,000 homes, and we're accessible online at merrimacktv.com and on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire Stick devices via the Cablecast Screenweave app. Follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, stay informed. You're watching Merrimack TV, your community, your voice. And as always, you can catch a lot of these. You can catch all these games on demand on that Cablecast Screenweave app on any of those devices if you like. They're also up on YouTube as well. Usually the next day you can check those out. And if you want to find out more, you can always contact Nicholas LaValle, the Media Services Coordinator, or myself, Justin Slez, the Assistant Media Services Coordinator for the Media Division, at Merrimack TV, at merrimacknh.gov. We are over at Town Hall 5 days a week. You can come stop in and see what we have in our facilities. You want to do a show, you want to volunteer, you come check it out. Come talk to us, shoot us an email. Whatever you like, we're there. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to show you around. We got a lot of good stuff happening and a lot of things available that sometimes I'm surprised people just don't know that is out there and available. So if you're looking to just sit down and do a talk show, that's ready to go. You come in, you bring your guest, and we'll run the cameras. We'll do the audio for you. If you want to take out equipment, we got equipment for you. You can go out in the field. We just ask that whatever you record with our equipment, that you allow us to put it on Merrimack TV. And that's my spiel right now, Brian.
I mean, I think that's fair. Come use the studio to tape a show. I think you want to air it.
Absolutely. Or if you're taking the equipment out and shooting somewhere else, then bring us something that we can put up and you can be proud of.
I think that's more than fair.
Absolutely.
So obviously, Coach Dugan addressing his team right now. We'll wait a few more minutes for him just to make sure we can grab him. He did say he would join us after the game, so we're just kind of in a holding pattern here.
Absolutely.
We'll remind you again, Friday night, 7 o'clock, the boys against Winnicott. That would be another great game. We'll have Coach Austin Denton also entering his third season for the Tomahawks, and really a new look team. Again, a couple of guys returning. Isaac Infante among them. He's grown to like 6'4" now. Merrimack's got some size this year.
Wow.
Matt Schmidt, another player, I believe he checks in at 6'8".
6'8"?
I have to be
6'8"?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a very tall family. I've known the Schmidts for a long time. That is a very tall family.
Okay.
So he'll be playing some varsity ball on Friday night. Looking forward to seeing that. Leah Monroe's brother Jensen on the team. Looking forward to watching that team. Jackson Rosa, David Roy. We mentioned Representative Mooney earlier.
Yes.
Her nephew David on the team. So lots of good stuff coming up here on Merrimack TV.
Absolutely. I want to remind people out there that we also we're doing wrestling this year. Mike Brody and Jeff Dewar did our last game. I believe Mike is stepping down, if I'm not mistaken. Mike or I cannot for the life of me remember. One of them is stepping down, and I believe Gary Krupp is going to step into that announcing spot.
Okay.
So we thank them for all they do for the announcements there. Of course, we got Andy Berkeley is going to be the voice of the hockey Tomahawks.
Love Andy.
The Tomahawky, if you will. We got a game there tomorrow evening. I believe our media assistant Colin Marr will be there covering that with Andy. So you keep an eye out for that. That's just recorded. I wish we could do that live there. They just do not have the infrastructure in that building to kind of facilitate the live feed there. So we'll record it and we'll bring it to you as soon as we can.
That's from the ice stand in Hooksett, I believe.
I believe so. I honestly don't know, actually. I gotta make my way over there and have a look sometime.
I say, don't quote me on that, but I believe it's the ice stand.
Don't quote us on that.
That's right.
But yeah, Andy Berkeley will be over there doing all the heavy lifting on the announcements. Colin Marr might pop in on the mic for us, see what he has to say.
Absolutely.
And we're actually, on top of that, tomorrow night we're actually doing the Merrimack High School concert, the winter concert here.
Okay.
So that's going to be it'll be an all hands on deck situation. So we're hoping our media assistant Colin Marr is going to be all done pretty quick at the 4 o'clock hockey game, so he can make it back here and can have all the hands on the cameras and get the good shots of the concert that we got going on here. So you can have a look out for that. Headed by Bunny Serenita, of course. RJ Beck with the chorus, and then as you said, we got boys basketball here on Friday live. So 7 o'clock tip off.
Yeah, looking forward to that one, and two good games coming up for the boys. Winnicott and Dover. I think the boys' schedule in particular here at home is going to be fantastic this year. We got BG coming in. We got North coming in, who's a championship contender. We got I'm sorry, not Londonderry. Pinkerton. That's
Pinkerton.
oh my gosh. Last game of the season, they'll probably senior night here. Pinkerton, another favorite in on the boys' side. Nashua North playing Trinity on Friday night. Two of the favorites on the boys' side. So we'll keep an eye on that game. And
I'm sure you'll give us a more in-depth look on Friday as how you think this season's going to pan out, not only for the Tomahawks, but I'm sure for the division in general.
Absolutely. I'll come with more tiers on Friday night for the boys.
Yes.
Just to try to fill halftime. Whatever, Brian's leaving us at the altar here.
He may be doing that. I see the girls are actually filtering out, so maybe he's maybe he'll be with us here in just a minute.
We'll leave. We'll give Brian a couple more minutes, and then we'll call it. If not,
we'll wrap it up. We can catch him on another, maybe a better ending. To
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So, but again, our upcoming schedule: Winnicott at 7:00 Friday night for the boys. Dover next Tuesday night, I believe that is also a 7. And then 6:30 on the 22nd.
Yeah.
A week from Thursday, the girls will be back against Memorial. So that'll be our pre-holiday coverage.
Yes.
And then we jump both feet first into the new year. So
absolutely. Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be another good season. So
excellent. Well, I think I think we're getting left at the all. We'll catch up with Brian another time.
We'll catch up with Brian. Yes, that sounds good. Well, Brian, thanks as always for this. I'm hoping Brian will be able to step in and do a little interview here in the future. Sorry to leave everyone hanging. I know it was a little bit of a rough end of that game, but we can always catch him next time.
We'll catch him next time.
Yeah, that sounds good. So thank you everyone out there for watching. Brian, if you want to wrap us up, that's good.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back with you Friday night. Boys against Winnicott. Have a great night, everybody.